The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook.
Support for Red Dirt D&D comes from listeners just like you. Keep this podcast funded by giving online at donate.kosu.org.
Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Elias Stone, a human cleric.
I'm Connor Shenold. I play Sable, a half-elf rogue.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play August E. Graymore, a human fighter.
I'm Carrie Hester, and I play Moxie, a tiefling bard.
And I'm Brooke Bullock, your DM. Please join us as we explore the curse of the Clockwork City.
Chaos has erupted inside of the Copper Moon just as some special presentation was being paraded through the common floors and up the stairs to the VIP lounge. Thieves have attacked, looking to grab money and wealth from the various tables and patrons. However, unbeknownst to them, our heroes are in the mix. The wizard that casts some type of dazzling, explosive fireworks cascade has been taken down by August E. Graymore. Sable has stabbed at one of the accomplices named Tina, but a thug of hers jumped in the way and took the fatal blow. And now Tina has run for the door as we see the guards that have been hired by the Copper Moon, including Reynard and another gentleman that August E. Graymore knows, named Earl Douglas. We see them moving the servants, some of which were children and part of this promenade, quickly up the stairs to the VIP area behind closed doors. They do that action, and then there's a conversation between Reynard and Earl. Looks like some type of argument about what to do next. Our thugs all close in on various targets, with two of them moving and closing in on Sable, and two of them moving to close in on August. One of the thugs goes ahead and swings a sap at Sable with a 19 on the die.
That'll hit.
Doing 7 points, non-lethal damage. How are we doing? Last week, the wizard had hit you with 3 magic missiles.
Yeah, I'm at 4 hit points.
And our second thug also pulls out a sap. A 6 on the die. Goons 3 and 4 attack August. 18 on the die with a sap. 7 points of damage with the first one. No, the swing of the second sap misses as you sway out of the way. That brings us back to the top of the initiative round, and Sable, you're standing near the blackjack table. 2 thugs are to your right and in front of you. The blackjack table is right in front of you, and then to the left of the table is Zephora.
Have any of the guards started making their way to Tina?
Not yet.
Okay. Did she even grab any money on her way out?
The Tina gal does have a lockbox there at her feet, and she's picked it up.
Okay. So, could I know I'm going to take an opportunity attack, however, the table is right there. I would like to dash to catch up to Tina. Could I slide under the table to impose disadvantage on the guards?
Go ahead and make a dexterity check. See if you can leap over the table just with your skill.
Could I do my acrobatics?
Yes, acrobatics.
18.
DC 15 in my head, yes. You're able to jump over the table and avoid the attack of opportunity from the thugs.
I'm gonna dash up to Tina. My speed is 35, so I've got 70 to work with.
You whip around in front of her.
That was my bonus action, so my action is going to be to try and stab her with the dagger. 18 plus 5.
That's a hit.
Max damage for 7. I don't have sneak attack.
She is bleeding profusely, but still up.
You can probably tell, Dr. Stone, Sable's doing bad.
It is Dr. Stone's turn next.
I am doing command on Tina to grovel. So I need a wisdom save, DC 13.
16 on the die.
I am going to use Gear of Fate, make you reroll.
A Gear of Fate to make the DM reroll. A 2.
So, on her next move, all she can do is fall prone on the ground. Pass turn.
August, you have been closed upon with 2 thugs. One of them has whacked you pretty hard with a sap. The other one, you weaved and dodged out of the way. Just barely missed you.
Gonna just swing it at one. Pick one. Oh, nat 20. That'll be 14 points of damage.
Oof. You know the nice thing about short swords is you can bring them up right underneath someone's ribs. So he's like, and collapses down your blade.
Nice. I'm going to now use my move action.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm getting swinged at.
Yes, indeed. Oh, 2 on the die. It's a miss.
And that's unfortunately as far as I can go.
So you run south toward the front door and are able to get right up next to Sable in that catty-cornered exit of the map. Moxie!
Blinded for one more round, I guess.
After this round, you'll be clear. You're starting to see like a big gray blur.
I'm going to stand here.
You feel Kira grip you a little bit. What's going on? I can't see you. I can't see a thing.
Oh, you too. Okay, it's not just me then. It's okay. I came with my friend August, who I'm sure is out there taking care of business and is gonna be around, and maybe we can see then.
You came with a date? Her tone sounds just a little bit offended.
My friend! We're friends and colleagues, maybe. And I'll give you Bardic too. And that is my turn.
Well, Mr. Wizard is dead, and Tina has hit the floor and grovels. I'm so sorry. It's a bad idea. Please don't.
Keep her alive.
The city guards that are moonlighting, and August noticed having some type of conversation or argument at the top of the stair. And then it appears rank has been pulled, and they walk through the upstairs doors, slamming them shut. Earl did not seem very happy about that, to have to follow the orders of Specialist Reynard. From the ballroom area, 3 more guards come running in. 2 come running in, actually, and 1 comes wheeling in a steampunk-styled automatronic wheelchair. It may or may not matter later, but the one in the chair is very clearly dwarven. And we're back at the top of the initiative round with Sable standing in front of the groveling Tina.
The 3 that just entered are guards?
Not city guards, but like Copper Moon bouncers.
So she is prone before me, so I get advantage. And sorry, Dr. Stone. 18 to hit.
Yes.
I have sneak attack on that. That is max damage on all of these.
Oh, how bloody is this, since she only had 1 hit point left?
So 19.
What does that look like? As she's prone, she's groveling. I'm sorry. It was a bad idea. We shouldn't have done it. I just need I'm so sorry. And
Yeah, so she's groveling before us, and since we're taller than her, I imagine her neck is kind of exposed, so just a quick slice.
anything else?
surveying the room, I know this happened pretty fast. I imagine her guards are still trying to keep an eye on her. What are their reactions to this? Do they look like they're about to surrender? Do they look like they're still going to try and attack?
Yeah, for giggles, give me a quick perception roll. See if you can glance that way and notice anything.
That's only an 11.
Yeah, there's just too much chaos going on. You don't necessarily pick out anything to notice.
I am going to take a step just to be behind August in case the guards start to rush this way.
Dr. Stone.
I'm going to move 30 feet toward Sable. I think I'm just going to, since I can actually get up there to touch, I'm going to touch you with Cure Wounds. 16 plus 2, 18 plus the level spell, 19 points of healing.
Heck yeah, that's one less than full.
Yeah. And then I will turn and get ready for an attack from the guards.
Moxie, things have cleared up in your vision, but as they do, roll me a perception check.
21.
As the room is lightening up, the over effect of the firework blindness, your ears are still super attentive, hyped up, and you hear one of the thugs or a voice say, "Zephora, what are we supposed to do now?"
Except I don't know that Sable is targeting her. But if the thugs are turning to her and asking for her advice, she's in on this very clearly. So I am going to reassure Kira behind me and keep her safe. And I'm going to do that with my right hand, the hand with the knuckle dusters on it, because I'm going to use my left hand. I need a little bit more dexterity in my fingers to cast a spell. So Dissonant Whispers is what I'm going to try to cast here. So that's a wisdom save on her part. She needs a 13.
Well, that's a 17 on the die.
She's going to take half damage. It's 9, so half to 4.
Okay, that seems to pain her. August.
I'm going to kick Tina's head out of the way, obviously, as I walk towards the other thug.
So you march away from the front door, back 20 feet deeper into the room, and face the thug.
And I'm going to stop right in front of him and say, "Drop it." Give me a roll intimidation.
Go ahead, roll intimidation,
Okay,
since my dice were not mean to me.
I got 13.
So he appears a little shaken.
Did he drop it?
Yes, after a moment's hesitation, he does.
Walk. And I'm going to motion for him to walk a direction. I'm pointing over to his friends, and I'll go with them, and that's my turn.
He throws his hands up in the air. You've got the short sword. His kidneys are back of his neck or wherever you want to put that. So in a moment, that'll be his action. The wizard is dead. Tina is dead. These two thugs that are right there are delaying their action slightly, and Zephora falls down to the ground, starts scooting back away from the thugs, and says, "Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone!" Oh, it's incredibly believable. In fact, maybe you're even shaking a little bit, Moxie, about what you heard, Natural 20. And the thugs are like, "What are you talking?" And then one of them sees August coming with his friend. He looks around, and then he just goes down to his knees. The other one doesn't see that stuff. He's like, "What? What's going on?" And just stands there like a doofus, looking back and forth between Zephora and his companion that has hit his knees, bringing us back up to the top of the round. Sable, all the way down by the door, blood on the red carpet of the Copper Moon.
I saw Moxie do something, and I know Zephora is acting like she's not a part of this, but prior to all of this going down, I did see her glance at that money box, like she knew what was happening.
The money box, which is now at your feet because Tina tried to run off with it.
Do you want me to do some type of roll? Obviously she's not fighting right now, but a roll to see if she's some type of threat.
Go ahead. The performance that she just did a moment ago is going to affect what you think, but go right ahead.
I'll label that as an insight. 18.
So her body language, and she has dropped down and is like pleading in front of one of the thugs, kind of scooting away from him, scared. Maybe you misread what you saw earlier. It's very mixed signals. Like, maybe she's not involved. Maybe she doesn't know these thugs. Maybe she's truly worried about her own safety or getting double-crossed or something. So any actions you want to take as far as like movement, or just stay where you are?
I am actually going to kick the lockbox off to the side where like nobody else is.
Okay, off against a wall or something, 10 feet away.
And then I'll make my way about 20 feet back towards where people are. Still wary that actions might still be taken, but right now I'm just holding off a little.
You bet. Most of the crowd and stuff have dashed away from the violence and such. And there were those 3 guards that came out from the ballroom area off to the west side of the room. And they've all like filtered kind of by the guards, and there's just a couple of us stragglers, but they're all headed into like completely out of the floor of the casino into that area. The guards have moved forward a little bit. Dr. Stone, you've done a tremendous healing on Sable. What would you like to do next?
I guess move just 30 feet back into the room. Can I do a perception check or insight check on Zephora? Insight check is +5. Yeah, 11.
Yeah, as you're walking back into the room, you very much see like the dealer that was at your blackjack table. She is cowered down, scooting away from the thugs that were there.
Do these guys look like they're surrendering?
The guy closest to you, still about 20 feet away, definitely looks like he's surrendering. The one on the other side of the blackjack table, about 10 feet away from Moxie and Kira, they are looking around like what they should do. They're confused. They still have a weapon in their hand.
And I'm going to basically put a shocking grasp in my hand to just make sparks. I'm just making sparks. I'm not going to be able to do anything with it because it's a touch spell. But anyway, I look at them both and I say, surrender now.
And the one that was indecisive, he's going to totally do that. You can tell he's like, he's figured out this is bad news.
And I look over to the guards and I say, boys, they're all yours.
Excellent. August.
Did the guy I'm escorting go take his turn?
Yes, he's totally following you across the way. You're bringing them over here to these guys too?
I will go over and push him down.
Very good. Got a line of thugs on their knees. Moxie.
I'm suspicious. She's putting on a good show, but I'm like second guessing myself because I did hear them say that. So I'm a little confused, I'm a little suspicious, I'm a little skeptical, but I also like want to believe her. So we're at the bar, I'm gonna look over my shoulder, reach behind the bar and grab the squeeze tube of simple syrup. I need a drop of honey for the spell. I'm gonna cast suggestion on Zephora here. It is a wisdom save. Again, it's only a 13. Let's see if she wins.
What suggestion would you like to give her?
I'm going to say, confess your crimes.
Zephora says, I was gonna get half the cut of the thing, and then throws her hand over her mouth.
And then I'm going to look around the room. You guys all heard that, right? I am going to turn and look Kira over and make sure she's fine, which I know she is.
A couple more security folks have made their way into the casino floor or whatever, and those 5 or 6 guys surround the thugs. The obvious leader of this security team, as I mentioned, is a dwarf that is in a mechanical wheelchair. On the back of the chair is like this humongous maul. He's dressed in a tuxedo and has all kinds of accoutrements in his beard, which is basically just like a giant mustache with like the handlebar pigtail type
mustachio.
That hangs off. It's very thick and has trinkets and some decoration in that beard. Massive shoulders. I mean, even for a dwarf, he's just massive upper body strength. He wheels up there and, what's going on?
Well, this woman who was one of the employees just confessed to the crime of trying to take one of the lock boxes. Her compatriot, who said her name was Tina, she's dead over there by the door, was running off with the lock box. And these 3 were also her compatriots, and we stopped them.
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Elias Stone.
So suggestion does last for 8 hours. But I did say confess your crimes. Very least, I feel like she should also confess to the thievery that she was already doing.
I also wonder if she could actually cover her mouth instead of saying that, because she's compelled to do it.
She
so
thinks it's a good idea. It's a good suggestion for her.
And this dwarf says, Zephora, what's going on with that? And she says, and it was also skimming off the top.
Well, I think you know what to do.
So this dwarf grills each of you just a little bit. Probably August, you get it the least because there's something about your mannerisms. There's something that he figures out that you are a good guy.
Is he like privately hired guard help, or do I know him?
No, don't recognize him, doesn't ring a bell or anything. Okay. Sable, he is not a happy camper. Like, he is on. He just, depending on if you want to take it or not, he just berates you about bloodshed and the amount of damage you've done and the carpet cleaning that's going to have to be done here. And while he's doing that, the other guards are gathering up these thugs. They're, lace handcuff tying them, gathers them up as well. After that interrogation, after getting those folks secured a little bit, after Kira even talks about how Moxie kept her safe, he takes her 2 cents into account. It basically leaves the 4 of you and this gentleman. His name is Edrer, E-D-R-E-R, Edrer.
That's the dwarf in the chair?
That's the dwarf in the chair.
If the opportunity presents itself, I talk to him in Dwarvish because I know that language and I never get a chance to use languages.
How's your accent with it? You think you're fluent in it pretty well?
Well, I was sure I am fluent, but the accent is horrible.
I have Dwarvish also. When I hear her do this, I just shake my head.
Just shake his head in disapproval, right? So, Edrer Gut King is the gentleman's name. He grills you about why you were here, what was going on, how you got involved, and any of that you guys want to share, you certainly can talk about.
I was just working. I've got a doctor's office down the street, and I just came in for a drink, and I saw this kerfuffle and saw some people that looked like they got a little injured, so I had to help them out.
We just came into some money and thought I thought I'd come in, and I'd never been to a casino before.
And so far, everything you guys say is checking out, right? He's believable. Sable, are you quiet after the beration of all the bloodshed and the cleaning and he calls it needless violence, could have taken people alive, made them serve a purpose. Anything after that conversation is over and things are feeling in?
I'm keeping quiet. Obviously, I drew a lot of attention to myself, so now I'm trying to not draw a lot of attention to myself.
Wonderful. Still in disguise, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got my daggers kind of stowed away. Obviously, they now know I have one, but keeping it a little hidden.
Yes. He's very concerned about the fact that you were able to get weapons in. In fact, he's also wonders about how August got this weapon in. When he asked you, how did you get that weapon in here? Do you tell him the truth, that you just smuggled it in, or?
I did not understand there was a no weapons rule, and I was searched, but I believe that my companion's outfit was a little bit distracting to the guard who searched me, and maybe he didn't find it to warn me I couldn't have the weapon here. Is that right, Renaud?
Yeah, you haven't seen hide nor hair after they've gone up and...
Where did Renaud go? He was there at the bottom of the stairs when all of this began, and now he's nowhere to be seen.
The extra security, they've been hired for particular factors. Mr. Graymore, you just don't even need to worry about them right now. They're doing their job. That event, despite the distraction down here, is continuing. We just want to make sure that everybody down here is safe.
Thank you for that explanation.
Although you can tell he's totally registering what you said about Reynard and being able to slip through security because of the distraction. There's a little bit of a sigh. The distraction, he's not surprised at all that possibly Reynard was leering at your guess. So you blame Reynard about your weapon getting in. Yeah.
So is he here with like an underling of his?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll offer the underling the sword.
Okay.
As I'm explaining, in the middle of explaining everything.
Yeah, they take it, they look it over. What's your charisma score?
+1.
Okay. Yeah, you're probably not gonna get that back, so.
That's why it was just a no big deal sword.
Yep.
My only question is about the glass that looks out over the casino.
Yes, on the upper level.
Yeah, it's like a two-way mirror.
It's basically the equivalent of that.
I look Kira over, I put my hands on her shoulders and shoot the two-way glass a glare because they presumably knew this was happening and her dad didn't even come check on her.
So, Edrer Gut King's team has taken the thugs away. They've taken Sephora away. He's just done a thorough inquisition on each of you guys. Then there's like a little staticky sound coming from his breast pocket, and he reaches over, picks it up, and holds this stone up to his ear, speaks into it, and says, "Yes, sir. Would you like to come down, or should I send them up?" Then he listens, and there's a little scrackly static sound again. He puts it back in his breast pocket and says, "If you guys would just wait here for a moment, the boss would like to see you." And at the top of the VIP staircase on the second floor, the door opens and out steps Zaylin Pierce.
Red Dirt D&D Curse of the Clockwork City is Brooke Bullock as our Dungeon Master, Kiri Hester as Moxie, Connor Shenold as Sable, Johnny Payne as August E. Graymore, and I'm Michael Cross as Dr. Elias Stone. Our theme music comes from Ovani Sound. Our sound effects and additional music courtesy of Jeffrey McBride, Monument Studios, Describe.com, and TabletopAudio.com. Dice for the Red Dirt D&D cast provided by ST Way Gaming. You can find us at reddirtdnd.com. If you are enjoying Red Dirt D&D, make sure to subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/reddirtdnd at whatever giving level works best for you. Join us next time as we discover more secrets in the Clockwork City.